Still watching Newsday. Artificial intelligence is now emerging as a powerful game changer for small businesses across Africa, with SMEs forming the backbone of the continent's economy. Accounting for over 80% of employment, AI tools are helping them overcome traditional barriers to growth. These technologies are leveling the playing field, allowing small businesses to compete with larger corporations. AI is enabling SMEs to automate tasks, personalize customer experiences, and optimize their supply chains. In key sectors like retail, AI helps with inventory management and sales forecasting. In agriculture, it provides farmers with the crucial data on weather and soil conditions to boost yields. Perhaps most significantly, AI is revolutionizing access to finance. Machine learning models can now access the credit worthiness of small businesses that lack traditional banking histories, opening doors to crucial loans and investment. While challenges like internet access and a skills gap remain, initiatives are underway to embrace them. The continued expansion of affordable AI solutions promises to empower Africa's small businesses, driving job creation and economic growth for the entire continent. AI enthusiast and founder of C-Dial AI, Olayinka Iyinolakan, joins us now for a chat on the use of AI to boost SME growth in Africa. Thanks for coming.
Thanks for having me.
Good to have you. So, well, we've heard the prospects and, of course, the platforms AI has been offering when it comes to SMEs in Africa. So, which specific areas would be helpful in improving SME growth using AI, you think?
That was a great intro, by the way, talking about agriculture, the largest community in our country of businesses are agriculture companies or agro-allied, right? And, AI can help significantly scale in that sector and across all sectors. But let's take a step back. What is AI? The recent one that's very popular is what we call generative AI, which is the ones where you can generate content, generate videos, and generate data.
Which has also been creating a lot of problems.
Absolutely. With every good thing, there's always, the other side of things, the glass half full and glass half empty. But there's also the predictive AI, where has been around for a while, but has also been galvanized because of generative AI, ChatGPT, Gemini 3, you name it, all of these tools. What they can help significantly do is, what does a business look for? More revenue or cut costs. And that is where you can apply different artificial intelligence tools across the industry that you belong to help you scale these businesses. But it varies from person to person. I like to refer to AI as personalized automation, which is how you would use it to solve your pain points in your business is very different from how you would use it, even if you are in the same business, of course, broadcast, right? So it would vary from sector to sector, from SME to SME, and we have over 40 million of those SMEs in Nigeria at the last count, and they continue to grow. So happy to go into it on separate sectors and how they can really help and bolster their business.
As very constructive or as optimistic as a lot of people are about AI adoption, there are those limitations, or should I say those excesses that we still need to curb, especially when it comes to how people use it, control measures, and putting some barriers, some borders. But I'd like you to talk about some misconceptions that SMEs or people generally have about AI that has been slowing down their adoption.
People are always worried about the data sets that goes into these AI models. The AI game, as I like to refer to it, is three major things. Is data sets, which is used to train the models and fine-tune. It's talent, the people who train them or use it for automation for personalized businesses, and it's compute. And most of those things, the compute and the talent, reside outside this country, in Silicon Valley in China, the places that have created these large language models. But the data set remains amongst us, and that's what we can control. So to mitigate some of these challenges, it's important for people to have AI education so they can know the type of information to feed in and not to feed in. There's something called PII, personal identifiable information. Shouldn't put your name, your photo, even though many people do it, your fingerprint, things that are uniquely about you you shouldn't put it into AI models. And you don't expect businesses, SMEs, who are trying to use AI to improve their businesses, to also use the data that you, as a customer, has provided to them.
Sorry to butt in, but when you say you shouldn't put your picture, I know for Gemini, for instance, when you want to recreate a picture or you want to create a particular look in a picture, you have to put in your picture. So how do you go about that without...
Well, you can hire a photographer, but if you really want to use AI to reimagine your picture, great. But you know that at that time you're sharing your PII.
Indeed.
And those data sets will be used to retrain models in the future, which is why these models are getting better.
All right. Just to delve into a little with what you just said, AI is also an evolving technology, as we said, and of course it has its imperfections as well. So there have been calls for proper regulation of its use globally, even from the inventors of AI itself. So is that a plus for the application regarding SMEs here?
Yes, SMEs have to play a role into it. Obviously, even in the United States, where they talk about regulations, recently the federal government tried to regulate on the federal level to give AI companies the leeway to create and to grow. But the states push back. They want to be able to regulate across states because every state of the union has things that are priority to its members, and they want to be able to influence that. Now think about states within the United States wanting that pushback. How much more a country and a sovereign entity like us, right? So it's very important to use the tools that are available right now, but most importantly, to empower Nigerian engineers to build our own models so that the data set, even if you upload your photo, you're uploading it to a Nigerian entity that you can hold accountable, in the future. So it's very important for us to have not only our sovereign model, which the federal government, attempted to do recently this year, kudos to them, but so much more work has to be done. And the AI movement will not be fully powered by governments, will be powered by private sector. And people like us and a bunch of entrepreneurs who are also SMEs in this industry need to be empowered and encouraged to continue to create models where you can hold me accountable for the data that I'm using, and you can regulate me because my entity and my employees reside in Lagos and in this country.
Okay, I'm sorry. What are you seeing that response to that unique Nigerian aspect of AI uses, as you just mentioned? Are you seeing the response to that?
Are they available to
Are they also available there?
Absolutely. We have a language model called Indigenous. We didn't try to create it in English. We tried to create it in the way Nigerians speak English, Hausa, Igbo, Yoruba, right? Because if we're truly going to educate, if we're truly going to you talked about farmers and agriculture. The farmers are very intelligent in farming, but they might not be great English speakers, right? Being able to communicate and enable them to use AI in local languages will not be created by foreign entities. It will be created by us, by Nigerians, and we have. And we continue to engage many companies, many SMEs who are using it right now to reach farmers at the last mile. Now, one other point that you pointed out is internet connectivity, right? And still over 35% of our people have feature phones in their hands, right? We've also thought about that and deployed AI into edge computing, where a localized cell phone can be used to call an AI model in the cloud. These are unique problems, right, that we've had for decades and centuries on the continent and in our country. And only people who reside here and understand the plight of the people can use it to solve it. What's burning in the country right now? Security. Right? AI models can help to mitigate that when it's in that, when it's built right, built with Nigerian data and in the hands of the right people.
I was going to say.
Yes, we know you can go all right. But how can SMEs measure return on investment when they use AI? Is it measurable?
It is measurable. You simply have to define your top 3 pain points. Right, and those pain points usually might be about cost, might be about the time that you're putting into a particular part of your service. And you can use tools out there like the open source tools out there to sort of find out how you can solve for those 3 pain points that you have identified as an individual. You say, for example, if a credit company, a loan company that gives out loans to people, right, wants to call, we all might have received certain calls from someone who might have borrowed from another entity and they call you to say, hey, this person is owing. Like AI can help deploy that really fast. It can help in agriculture to help farmers predict the future. One more thing, it's December on Monday. Dirty December is coming. As a business who sold certain goods last year and was unable to sell some goods last year, you can feed in that data into a model and it's able to tell you what you should stock and what you should not stock. So you have cash flow to do other things. These are things that it can do for individual businesses. But like I said, identify 3 pain points. Don't try to do all, and then solve for those 3 pain points. And the tools are out there. Educate yourself about it. Just like social media. People that didn't use Instagram when it came out, or TikTok, it feels strange to them. If you use the tool today, the tool tomorrow, or the one that is released next year, would not be strange to you. So just embrace it. So many tools out there to learn and to engage your mind and your business.
Okay, let's look at it in a broader view. How do you see AI reshaping SMEs in Africa generally?
I think this is the biggest opportunity we have. You can see how, as a society, we took a quantum leap during the GSM revolution. People skipped from having phones at home. Not many people had landlines at home, skipped to having cell phones in their hands. This is the era of intelligence. And intelligence can be mimicked, which is one of the points that you pointed out earlier. It can be mimicked, so we have to be careful. But at the same time, we shouldn't restrict it. Our job now is to have the agency to use that intelligence that is freely available to solve our biggest problem. Poverty, lack of information, voters choosing and knowing the right thing, even the media has a role to play. And you guys, I see sometimes where you verify things that are AI made and some things that are not. Yeah. We all have a role to play. And I think this is a big opportunity. We need to educate our people from young to old to know how to use these models in their own space and to use it productively. And we need to also set up and have consequences for malpractice. Indeed. So that it's not used and we don't dissuade the people who are trying to use it.
Indeed, interesting.
I think we also need to promote the Nigerian platforms, so the Nigerian AI tools. So.
Indeed. Absolutely.
All right, Olayinka Iyinolakan, founder, CDial AI, and of course, AI enthusiast. I'd like to thank you for your thoughts on those issues. Good to have you with us.
Thanks for having me.